Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Jacob Letman here. We've got a great video coming at you. Before we get started, if you want to start driving for Lyft, check out the link in the video description below. Sign up and get a guarantee of $1,000 to start driving with Lyft. Also, check out our link in the video description below for the app Current, an online mobile banking, awesome company. If you sign up, create a savings account, you're going to get 4% annual interest back on whatever money you have in there. Highly rated, highly reviewed. Check it out. Okay, you guys, so we're talking about 5 ways in which you can increase earnings as a rideshare driver. And I know we have a lot of videos on basically the same thing. I was really trying to think outside of the box for you in this one. The first one is not, but the other 4 I think you'll appreciate. So they're all important though. Let's get it started. Number 1, okay. One of the biggest things that when I have drivers that are not doing well, I talk to them, I'm like, what sets you aside from anybody else in all aspects of life are doing the things that you can control, doing them as the best that you possibly can. So with rideshare driving, what can you control? Okay, well, you can control what you wear, how your appearances are, how your vehicle looks, how your vehicle smells, whether or not you're courteous to your passengers, your attitude, right? In general, you can control all of those things. And so I would say the number 1 thing that over a period of time is going to pay off for you the most as far as getting tips is concerned is going to be just do the things that you can control the best that you possibly can. So look good, smell good, be happy, be friendly, be courteous, and it'll pay off for you in the long run. Some people might not agree with me, but think about it this way. If you had someone who was grungy, car was dirty, inside, outside, maybe the car smells a little funky like fast food or something, and you had someone with a really clean car who presents himself well, speaks directly, very consciously, courteously, if you compared those 2 drivers over the course of a year, who do you think is going to make more money in tips? Easy answer. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, this is a really important one. It goes along with being conscious of, it's another thing that you can control. And it is look up events that are going on in your city. I recommend taking a month or looking a month ahead. You can find cities like your major metropolitan area or surrounding suburbs. You can look up and find what events are going on as far as there'll be concerts, there will be food trucks, there'll be sporting events. Anything you can think of is going on. We have a botanical garden in Phoenix that does crazy events. There's wine tastings and tons of sporting events, all the things that I just said and more. And you can find them listed online. You just Google search your city and events and you will find a list, and you can start to build a schedule. That brings me to my next point on this. Get yourself a calendar and write out a daily schedule, not only for your driving, and list those events as well, but put in time for you to take breaks, spend time with family, stretch, go to the gym, meditate, whatever it is. The more that you create a full schedule for a day at a time and just keep yourself to that schedule, the more successful you'll be. I can't tell you how many people, and especially this blows my mind, people that decide to give up their full-time job, which I'm all for. I haven't had a boss in a long time. But they do it without having any sort of plan. And they say, oh yeah, I'm just gonna give it a shot and I'll do it and it'll work out. To be an efficient rideshare driver, as all of my seasoned drivers out there know, there's a lot to learn. And the more that you can plan things out, have a plan, figure out where to be, when to be, the better off you're going to be and more successful financially. Number 3, this is one that I just learned about. See, I've been driving for coming up on 6 years this fall, and I don't drive full time anymore, but I still drive quite a bit. Anyway, I just learned this, and it makes total sense. Log out of your driver app or drive both app, Uber, Lyft if you're on both. Log out of them 15 minutes before surge pricing. And especially if you're going to be in an area where you know that there's going to be surge pricing, the more drivers, and tell other drivers to do this, is brilliant. The more drivers that log out of their apps before surge pricing, the higher that surge goes because the less drivers that are online. Brilliant. It's such a small thing, but it makes a lot of sense. I'm like, dang, I wish I would have thought of that sooner. The other reason is because I'm sure if you're a driver, again, you probably experienced this. If you do stay online, there's a very good chance that you're going to get a ride request before surge pricing starts. And then who knows how long that ride's going to be. It could pull you way out of the area of surge pricing. So figure out where the surge pricing areas are in your city, log out 15 minutes before, hang out in the best spot possible, and then when it's time, log back in and get those elevated rates. Number 4, if you want to make more money as a driver, the easiest, most simple way to do it, almost a guarantee to make more money, drive Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. Follow the alcohol. That's where the money goes. Follow the alcohol. Find out where the bar scene is. There's so many drivers that I know that don't want to be around that, rightfully so. I mean, it can wear on you if you've done it for a long time. But if you want to make more money and you're used to driving during the day, the big money is going to be, there's a fly around my head. The most money is going to be on those nights, late at night. You'll get surge pricing when bars close. People who drink more tend to tip more sometimes if they know what they're doing. And also, if you can be in like more affluent areas where there are high-class restaurants and bars, at least in my experience, that has been the best situation. I'll give you a great example here. So I live in Phoenix area. We have Scottsdale, Arizona. A lot of money in that area. Then we have Tempe, Arizona, which is where Arizona State is. Tons of bars, tons of college kids. Sloppy drunks, don't tip well. You can drive a lot, but yeah, you're not going to get the same kind of tips as you do in the Scottsdale area. So it's all about figuring out your own system. For me, that's what works. And but again, most money Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. Number 5. Okay, this is my favorite one because if you've watched my videos, you know I'm not a proponent of Uber and Lyft as businesses in the sense that they don't care about their drivers. They've proved it over and over and over again, and it just irritates me because there's a lot of hardworking, good people in rideshare driving that we're being taken advantage of by a big corporation at the end of the day. We should make much more money, and this is proven time and time again. It's an easy example is that when Uber and Lyft first started, they paid their drivers way better than they do now. Anyway, so I'm all about figuring out ways to make money on your own, and this is a great way to do it. Make business cards, your name, personal driver. Don't put Uber or Lyft on there, right? You're marketing yourself. So you can start to build a clientele of, if you meet someone that seems cool, give them a card, say, hey, if you're ever looking for a ride and you don't want an Uber or a Lyft, you want me to be your driver, airport, a night out, whatever it may be, hit me up. And so a question I get with that a lot is, how do I figure out pricing for that? All you do is you go to your Uber passenger app, like you're requesting a ride, and you can plug in destinations, and you can tell your new clients, when they ask what are your prices, you can say it's based on Uber and Lyft pricing. And you can add, add 10%, add 20%, saying, or you could say that it's based off Uber and Lyft pricing plus 10%, because you get me, I'm reliable, you're gonna have a clean and friendly environment, I'll always be there to take care of you. And trust me, they'll have no problem paying that, because they like you, because you're a good person, and they know what they're gonna get. So that goes a long way, and you'd be surprised, especially again, if you find a really nice area, a lot of people will take you up on that, and you can start to build your business off of the books with Uber and Lyft, and then, you know what? You're getting 100% of the profits from those drives instead of 50% when you go through Uber and Lyft. So it's an option if you want to start to build a clientele off of the books to make yourself some extra income. All right, you guys, those are 5 ways I've got for you to increase your earnings as a driver. If you have anything else that you think would be good for the community out there, get at me in the comment section below. Again, I'm Jacob Letman. This is a Rideshare Hub, and until the next time, stay safe out there.